Well, good afternoon, and wherever you are watching this, I hope that you are doing well. I just wanted to very briefly make just a quick video by way of making some announcements about some things that are going on in the life of our church. But also, if you find yourself watching this and you're not a member of Westminster Pres in Greenwood, Mississippi, but you want to take advantage of some of these resources, you are more than welcome to come and take advantage of these resources as well. First, make y'all aware. Obviously, this is what in the Christian tradition we call Holy Week, marching up through up to Easter Sunday. I want to make our church family aware of something that we are going to try to do on Good Friday. So here in just a couple days. But before we get to that, I want to again hit on some of these resources and just announcements in the life of our church. First, I want to make y'all aware. We've sent out an email, but to make y'all aware of the Dwell Bible app. This is a company or an app that has is allowing churches to use its services for 60 days free of charge, absolutely no strings attached. And so we are taking advantage of that at Westminster. We sent out an email that has a link. You could search for the Dwell app in your emails. Follow the link, do what it says, and you will have access to that for 60 days. It is, in my opinion, the best as far as in which there's an audio version of the Bible. Someone's reading the Bible to you. It is the best Bible app out there. So I want to encourage y'all to take advantage of that. As you are taking a walk or as you're cleaning the house, you could be listening to God's Word read to you in a very, very well done way. So that's the Dwell app. Second, I want to remind y'all of a resource that we've had for many years now, and that's called Right Now Media. Right Now Media is a service that our church, we pay for a monthly fee for our members and any of friends of Westminster, anybody that we want to invite to take advantage of it. It is essentially, it's been called the Netflix of Bible studies. On it, you will find anything from Ligonier stuff to the Gospel Coalition stuff, Bible studies on every book of the Bible, theme parenting, marriage, all sorts of themes and biblical principles. There's also even children programming there. So there's biblical theme programs and biblical principle programs for our children. So if you're looking for something for your children to watch, it's there. So again, we've sent the links out again through emails. Just follow the link, fill it out, the stuff, download the app to your various devices, and you're good to go. It is top notch, so well done. So that's Dwell and Right Now Media. Third, I want to let y'all know that we are continuing to have church life community happening during this time. Especially our ladies' Bible study in Hebrews is continuing to meet via Zoom. Zoom is offering free meetings up till 40 minutes, and then that's a cutoff. And so our deacons have agreed to purchase a Zoom Pro account for our church. And so we have the capability here at the church to have Bible studies and meetings. I know that our deacons have met via Zoom. Our various lady groups have met via Zoom. We've got many different small groups, men's small groups throughout the church that are continuing to meet over FaceTime or Google Duo or Zoom or any other type of like webcam, FaceTime type things. So church life is continuing to happen, be it though we're not necessarily worshiping together corporately together right now. Wanted to let y'all know of one kind of downer thing about this time. If y'all remember the last several months, we've been really pushing this trip. We're going to the Ark Encounter in Kentucky, right? Wait till school gets out, end of May, and we're taking this a church trip to the Ark Encounter and Creation Museum. But our elders have decided, and definitely think this is the best call, that's just probably not wise right now. And so we are pulling the plug on our trip to the Ark Encounter and Creation Museum. We're not going to necessarily cancel it. We're just going to postpone it for now with the hopes that we can do it in 2021. So we're just going to push that whole plan one whole year to 2021. So it's a bummer, but we're excited that One day we can do that together. I wanted to let you know again. We have our denomination has asked for the month of April to be set aside as 30 days of prayer, and so we sent an email out to you guys with just kind of a prayer help, a little calendar that the PCA sent out, and so each day has a little Bible verse or maybe two scriptures. And then it has like bullet points at the bottom, just like 3, 4, 5 things to kind of help guide your prayer. And it's not like this takes a lot of time, but it's such a great resource to kind of center our minds, center our hearts, and a kind of a roadmap of kind of how to pray for our local community, for our church family, for the church universal. And then also for our national and state government officials. So how do we do that? So we've been doing that. We're now April 6th, so 6 days in. I want to encourage y'all to find that email, download the PDF. It's super well done. And it's such a honor and blessing to be able to go through it that way. Then our final thing, this is Holy Week. And as we said, this coming Friday is what is called Good Friday. It's the day that we remember Jesus' death on the cross for us. Then he was put in the tomb, and 3 days later he rose, right? He rose, and so, which we will be celebrating Sunday morning via our live stream service. But I want to ask that for Friday, our denomination, the Presbyterian Church in America, but also the EPC and the Anglican Church, are all kind of partnering together and calling for all churches, all their members, to set aside Good Friday, this Friday, as a day of prayer and a day of fasting. And we hear the word prayer, we say, oh, we got that, but fasting may be a little different, right? We don't really know about that. But if you remember, several weeks ago, Josh Reagan preached a sermon in our Reset series on fasting. We've done a couple of sermons on fasting over the last several years at Westminster. So I want to encourage you to go to our website, pull that up, just to kind of remember what's going on during the fasting thing. And look, I want to encourage y'all on Friday. You don't have to go the whole day without food. I know sometimes, various medical conditions prohibit that. But try to set aside time to remember that it is our soul's hunger for something more than food, more than the physical things that we think that we need. That what ultimately satisfies our soul and what we ultimately hunger for is God's presence, is our Father's face. And so let's seek His face. Let's seek Him this Friday in prayer. And so I want to encourage you to set aside that. Our session has deemed that appropriate. And so let's do that this Friday, setting aside as a day of prayer, a day of fasting, for praying for our local governments, our state and national government, praying for our church family here at Westminster, praying for the other churches in town, and praying for just the church universal abroad during this unusual time of global pandemic. So let's do that this Friday, day of prayer and fasting. And then Sunday, I look forward to seeing you guys via live stream of our Sunday worship. And we'll continue to pray and look forward to the day where we get to meet together, gather together again. What a day of celebration that will be. But until then, we'll keep praying. Look forward to seeing you soon.